So what I put down is, get to know people, obviously. You'll be exposed to a lot of people. And understand how and why to network. I wasn't good at networking. There's a whole chapter dedicated to that. And then, you signed up for Brainwash. Basically, you signed up to be molded. And you should be open to that, but you should also remain critical. The last point here on flirting, for example, we were told very, very clearly, you put a bunch of young people in there, same age, similar qualities. This is not a dating program, and so forth. And sure, it's your life, obviously. You should be careful with that aspect, because if something goes wrong, it won't go well. So there will be a certain amount of shaping and molding that you should be open to, but you also need to remain critical. And the first week, when we gathered, we had about 30 people in there. Everybody wanted to impress. Everybody were high achievers, and everybody was, hands up and wanted to tell and contribute to the different things. It's a frenzy that you can avoid. The first week, when you do introduction or induction week, just take it really, really easy. You don't need to impress. You don't need to show who you are. Just play it slow, take it easy, relax, because you will have plenty of time to show who you really are, and they will find out who you are during the different trainings anyway. So take it extremely easy. Do not get caught up in that frenzy. And also, people will typically go to the bar, and they will spend the whole night there and really get to know each other and feel, I need to get to know everybody. Again, if you have a 1 year or 2 year program, you don't need to be at the bar every night till 2 o'clock at night. It's not necessary. Instead, why not take an early night now and again, sit down and write, what did I learn today? And just what were my impressions, and reflect on them. It'll also make you much calmer. I wasn't very good at this. I was at the bar every night. And then remember that you're a resource, meaning that you don't owe the company anything. The company is invested in you, but you don't owe them anything. And you're being watched and evaluated constantly, and that's just how it is. And you're allowed to fail, and you're supposed to fail because you'll learn from that. So put yourself out there and be open to learning. And then jokes and culture. In the book you can read that yourselves. I cracked a joke at the induction week that didn't go across very well, and it was a very, very uncomfortable feeling. The head of leadership development said, "Okay, Patrick, first flight back to Sweden," as a joke as well, of course. But it is because not only are you might be nervous, but they are also nervous. Because you're some highly talented graduates, you might have double degrees and all that, and they might also be a bit nervous to the situation. There is a frenzy, there's a certain atmosphere, so just bear that in mind. And then tax and currency risk. Make sure that it's included in your salary, so to speak, because you might get paid. If you go to another country, you'll get paid in another currency. If you go to, what happened to me is I went to the US. The US dollar increased in value by 20% over a month. Bam! All of a sudden, my salary had increased by 20%. It was something that I brought up with them up front, but it created a bit of a situation. So bear in mind that these things can happen. And just try to accommodate for it in advance, so that I'm okay that my salary might fluctuate with 20%, but I have the salary that's okay for that to happen. There will be tax situations. If you go to a certain country, when I went to the US, the one I went there with, she went to Washington, I went to Philadelphia, she had 5% more tax. Tough luck. So just bear that in mind and have that accounted for, so that you're okay with that. And then I mentioned kind of flirting earlier as well. So any questions to this? Does it make sense? Is it obvious, or is it, for me, I had no idea that it was be such a frenzy, for example.